Emotional maturity and spiritual maturity are almost the same thing. You really can't have one without the other. Today I'm talking about the 12 signs that indicate that you are emotionally mature. Now, I listened to 2 Bible-based teachings from people that I trust on this topic, and I pulled the best parts out of each one, and then I organized it into my own words and added my own examples. And this is one way that I put together a teaching. I also teach from books. I think I've touched on 3 books so far. And I always give credit to quotes from books and other teachings. So for anyone who's curious how I put these videos together, that's how I do it. Now, emotional maturity. Do you consider yourself an emotionally mature person? If you are able to express yourself clearly and assertively. And you're probably able to do this because of the confidence that you have in yourself. This is not an ego-based, prideful confidence. It's more of a confidence in who you are, who God created you to be, a confidence in your abilities. So when a problem needs to be addressed, you're able to express yourself clearly and assertively, and you don't run away from confrontation. Now, in my younger days, I was not good at either one of these things. I was very shy, very quiet, and, if you can't clearly and confidently express yourself, people will bulldoze right over you, and they will trample your ideas, they will sway your opinion. If you're shy, you're insecure, you lack confidence, you're going to have problems with this one. But there are ways to grow in this area. You can do some research and learn some strategies for clear communication, assertiveness training. For me, the best teacher was just time, life experience. I got better at this as I got older because I began to see the importance of speaking up and standing up for myself. And I got tired of being bulldozed. You get knocked around. You learn some strategies for protecting yourself. So just know that this area will improve with time, but there are some things you can do to help it along. Number 2 is you have a calm disposition. Now, even a normally calm person can get angry. We all can get angry, but if you are an emotionally mature person, you won't allow your emotions to dictate your response. So you're able to respond to problems in a healthy way. You're able to pause before responding, maybe take a walk or go talk to a friend. You don't allow offenses to turn you into a hurtful person or revenge seeker. You have this inner peace that allows you to keep your emotions in check so you don't hurt them back. Number 3 is you're able to own your stuff. You take responsibility for your words, for your actions. You don't blame, you don't lie, you don't make excuses. You don't make excuses to cover your butt. You're able to say, yes, I did that. You're able to say, yes, I said that. No ifs, no ands, no buts. No, yeah, I said that, but she said this. And yeah, I did that, but that was because, there's no ifs, no ands, no buts. You just own your stuff. Number 4 is you're not a liar. You don't lie to yourself. You don't lie to other people. You don't lie about other people. You don't lie for others. And you don't ask people to lie for you. Number 5 is you're approachable. Emotionally mature people are likable and approachable. They make people feel welcome. They make people feel loved, respected. They talk to people, not at people. They don't bark orders at people. They don't have a controlling spirit that demands compliance. They have approachable, welcoming body language, a pleasant tone of voice, and their facial expressions are warm and approachable. And when you're approachable, you won't come across as someone who knows better than everyone else or someone who thinks they're better than anyone else. You're approachable, you're likable. Number 6 is you are teachable. You are open to the suggestions of others. and you gracefully accept constructive criticism. You realize that you don't know everything, so you welcome opportunities to learn and grow, even if it means being corrected. You're able to take that correction with much grace. Number 7 is you're resilient. You're able to stay positive. You're not a quitter. You bounce back. You keep going. You're not a whiner or a complainer. You accept problems as they come, and you positively work towards solutions. You find a way to deal with every setback because you know that you are capable and you believe that things are going to work out. So that's part of being resilient. Number 8 is you're flexible. You're able to adjust to changes and disappointments. You don't fall apart when things don't work out. You extend grace to people who need to change a plan or a time or a date. Now this one's a little tricky because if you're too flexible, you could, be a doormat to someone. Someone who's constantly changing their plans with you might not be worthy of your constant grace. But an occasional change of plans, it's something we all have needed to do at one time or another. Just, life is unpredictable. So if you're emotionally mature, you accept that and you can adjust to change and you can adjust to disappointments. Number 9 is you can establish and enforce healthy boundaries, and you respect the boundaries of others. A boundary is a line that you draw that says, I'm not going to tolerate this, and if you cross that line, I don't want you in my life. That's what a boundary is. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, these are things that we put up boundaries against in order to preserve our physical and our emotional well-being. So an emotionally mature person very easily establishes these boundaries because she knows her value. She knows that she deserves respect. Emotionally mature people will not tolerate nonsense. They will not tolerate abuse, and they have the strength to put up any boundary that's necessary to protect themselves. And this, of course, leads to a respect and an understanding for the boundaries that other people put up as well. Number 10 is you have high standards. Emotionally mature person has high self-esteem, high self-respect. They know what they deserve, and they don't settle for less. And they carry that standard into the workplace, into their relationships, as well as into their goals that they set for themselves. So if you're emotionally mature, you will set the bar high. Number 11, you have empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and seek to understand their perspective, their thoughts, their feelings. It's the desire to care about someone's thoughts and feelings. It's also the ability to think about and care about the impact that your words and your actions have on other people. So the emotional mature person who is empathetic, they will pause before darting that text, and they will go back and do some editing. They also seek to understand a hurting person. They care about their pain. They want to understand why they feel the way they do. I heard someone say something, it was just so great. They said, when someone comes to you who's hurting, you are either going to empathize with that person or you're going to stand in judgment of them. So you have two choices when somebody comes to you and they're hurting. You're either going to empathize or you're going to pass judgment on them. So an emotionally mature person will always choose empathy. Number 12, you are self-aware. So you're aware of your good qualities and you're also aware of your weaknesses. You know the areas that need work done. You recognize your emotional triggers. You know the things that set you off, stir you up. Emotionally mature people are very aware of their strengths, their abilities, and they also are aware of the qualities that they lack. And this ability to self-reflect, it fosters self-improvement, constant growth, because they're able to admit the things about themselves that need improvement. They're very honest about themselves in every area. I think that this one is probably the most important because if you don't have the ability to self-reflect and to look at your words and your actions, there's no way that you could fix anything. You can't fix yourself until you realize what needs fixed. So, self-aware people are emotionally mature people. Now, that is a lot. 12 things, that's a lot. And it would be a very rare person who is strong in all of these areas. In a nutshell, the depth of your emotional maturity, it aligns with how well you respect yourself and how well you love other people, and that includes your enemies. 1 Corinthians 13 tells us, without love, we are nothing. Without love, you really contribute nothing. Nothing. If you don't have love, you have no contribution to society whatsoever. So, without love, we are nothing and we contribute nothing. So love, mercy, forgiveness, self-reflection, empathy, self-respect, healthy boundaries, flexibility, resilience, approachability, teachability, honesty, assertiveness, and calmness, and taking responsibility for your actions and your words. All these things play a part in emotional maturity. So how well did you do? How many of these things were you able to check off? If you have 7 or more, you're on your way up. If you have even 6, you're halfway there. So stay encouraged. My next topic is going to be how to be wise among wolves. I'm going to be talking about how to spot a gaslighter, the gray rock method, which is a method of dealing with mean-spirited people. So good information, good tips for you if you are dealing with a person who's coming against you with a mean spirit. So if you know any wolves, if you have any wolves in your life, you definitely want to come back for that one. So if you subscribe to my channel and you hit the notification bell, you will get a notice on your phone when my next video comes out. I just want to thank everybody who is supporting this channel by subscribing to it and liking the videos. It means a lot to me. This is something new that I really had to struggle with doing. I pondered for a year or more before I actually had the courage to do this. So it means a lot, really a lot, that you're supporting this, what I'm doing. I appreciate your encouraging comments on Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. I appreciate you very much. So thank you for checking in. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. It's Friday, so have a great weekend. I love you all.